Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap. Last one of 2022, December 26th through December 30th. Again, loving how this calendar lines up. I do. I like when things are even.
Yes, I know you do.
We are actually recording on New Year's Eve morning. So, I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, it's just better than getting us sleepy and or hungover on Sunday.
100%.
So.
Yep. And we already know that the show is going to be preempted on Monday because of the Rose Bowl.
Yes.
Darn it. But we will be recording also the recap of 2022, as well as reading. We've gotten a good amount of feedback for people's favorites and hopes and wishes for 23. And so that will be this upcoming Thursday's 411.
Perfect.
Which will also be JD's birthday.
Yay.
January 5th. Happy birthday. So there wasn't a Port Charles pipeline this week. I feel like most people were filling out the form instead of.
Right.
Did you notice the new thumbnail on Hulu, though?
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I don't, I just noticed it and was like, what are we doing?
Okay. The top row is Alexis, Laura, Curtis, Jordan, and Carly.
Okay.
Then there's like a middle-ish row that's Liz, Chase, Dante, and Drew.
Okay.
And then the front row is Anna, Sunny, and Felicia. I love Sunny. Why is Laura in the back row, though?
Right.
If anything, she needs to be front and center, but if we have to have it more aesthetic to be Laura, Anna, Felicia, just to have blonde, brunette, blonde to break it up.
Right.
But I feel like Laura needs to be at least front and center with Sunny.
Yes.
Not in the back.
No. No, Sunny is not the main character of the show.
No.
Okay.
So okay.
Huh?
I was just like, all right, we're doing this now. Did we ever talk about the fact that Laura is the only one whose headshot in the beginning, like she's just like,
I love her.
I love it.
Her.
The little off to the side on the hand.
Yes.
I don't know. I love it. Okay. So we have the Hulu headlines. Britt's decision surprises Terry on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday, Brook Lynn opens up to Maxie.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, Obrecht makes a promise.
Okay.
This week was hard. Thursday, Esme tries to work Elizabeth.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that was a half and half. I feel like half of it was, seriously, I am concerned. We can get to that. But
okay.
I don't think it was 100% manipulative. I definitely feel like at least 50% was. Maybe 75. But I do think that part of it was her actually asking for
that
help.
She's legit scared. Yeah.
And then on Friday, Liz makes a revelation to Finn.
No.
Nope. That was not.
That is not what that was.
Friday.
But that's not what that was even.
No.
Okay, we'll get there, but no.
Yes.
I'm going to start on Tuesday, I guess, because my favorite part of, not my favorite, but my thank you moment of the week was when Brook Lynn flat out said to Maxie, I am not pregnant, so don't even go there.
I definitely thought she was. I wrote down, is she pregnant? And then Maxie's reaction to her saying that she has no interest in her job. She was like, well, that's good to know. Thanks. I'm glad that she's not pregnant, though.
I'm glad that she's not pregnant.
And then it's just a broken heart, and it's something that she's not familiar with.
Exactly.
I'm really glad.
I thought they were going to play that card again, and then Chase would have to be with her, and they're going to, make them fall in love over the pregnancy. Been there, done that too many times, too many people. Don't do it again. So thank you for not doing it. It was cute that she's like, no, I think I'm really sick because I just do not feel right. And really, she's just sad. And that her answer was, go get some ice cream. And Maxie's like, no, I have to tell him.
Yeah.
It was a good girlfriend conversation.
It was weird, though, at one point because Maxie said something, and I can't remember. She said something about how the vibe I got from it was, we've always been this way. And if you've watched the show for any length of time, like Brook Lynn and Lulu do not get along. And Lulu is Maxie's best friend. Sorry, Sam. But
right.
I wish that it had been
clarified because Brook Lynn said, I thought you were going to yell at me, hate me, something, I don't know, over dramatic. And she said, I could never do that. And I would never say that about you because of all that you did for me and Bailey and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I think they gave a good timeline of that friendship just developed over the past 2 years.
Yeah. So real quick, I had a new hook Esme theory.
Okay.
And I wrote this on Tuesday. No, it must have been Monday because that's when Heather was there.
Mm-hmm.
What if Heather was Esme's nanny and she did what she did with Stephen Lars? Because she gave Stephen Lars up for adoption and then was his nanny. So maybe Esme knows Heather as Maggie. So she would know all the inside information of you should stay away from your father, all of that. Maybe she was more shocked because we talked about this. This is actually when I wrote it, was because I was listening to the show on Monday. And we were talking about how I think you had said that she was surprised when Ryan said Esme's name. And then it occurred to me, because I agreed with you, but then as I was listening to it, it occurred to me, but what if she was more shocked that Ryan knew her name?
Right.
Not that she was learning this new information.
Yeah.
She was more shocked of Ryan.
That would make sense.
Knowing Esme's name, all the protection that she had gone through.
Right.
Didn't work.
I like that theory.
And then it smushes that Maggie is the hook. Because
it does.
Maggie is Heather.
Right.
But then also, well, I mean, Heather also leaves jail enough. She probably had a P.O. box at some point. That
I don't know.
Where was Maggie's letters coming from?
I don't know where her letters were coming from, but the shadowy outline of the hook did not look like Heather this week.
No, but I still think that might be a copycat.
Maybe.
Because that's the first time we've ever seen that.
Right. You couldn't see her face, but you could kind of make out.
And there was no jingle.
There was no jingle.
There was no, because I was watching it with JD. And
like rewind 10 times.
I rewound it.
No jingle.
And I was like, is there a jingle? He's like, what are you talking about? And I said, do you hear anything as we see?
When Shannon's husband has her committed, we'll know why. She just
didn't hear
walking around going, do you hear that? Do you hear that? I don't know what she's talking about.
But yeah, so that was kind of
I really like the theory of her being the nanny and raising Esme and being able to have all that information.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think that she is the hook, but I like that twist on it.
That'd be interesting.
That would be.
Because then she's going to see her in person and she's going to be like, Maggie! And she's going to be like, no, sorry, I'm your mom. Then Esme is going to be even more mad about the fact that she was actually around her parents.
Yep.
Or her mom.
Yep.
And didn't even know it. Huh.
Yeah, she's going to be angry if that's how it works out.
Yeah.
I really liked Heather, though. I know we only saw her for that little bit of time, but I just love the way that she was like, my favorite scorpion. And he was like, Scorpio. And then Mac walked in. She's like, I just love a man in uniform. I just love how flirty and cute she is with all of them.
Yep.
Like,
called Dante Officer Dreamboat.
Yes. Let's make a deal. I don't want to go back to Darkham. Let me stay at Shady Brook.
I think that she would, and that kind of solidified also my thought is that she's going to do it for Esme's protection.
Yes. Yeah, I totally think she'll get the goods and then tell them what Ryan said.
Yeah. Before, if she didn't know that he knew about Esme,
right?
I don't think that she would have. I think that she would have been sticking. But I think now that she knows, she's going back to, nope, I have to protect her because he is just, we know that Heather has, even before the LSD, was not exactly an upstanding citizen.
What are you talking about?
But Ryan is pure evil.
Oh, he is. Pure evil. I like the fact that she said that to them too whenever they said he can't do anything except for blank. And she was like, if you believe that one.
Right?
That was funny.
But then they're not going to believe her because it's Heather. And of course she's saying these things. And yeah. So Rory's family didn't attend his burial.
That was weird.
Because they were too hurt.
Right. Well, I guess it was a memorial.
It
wasn't a burial. It was a memorial. They had a private burial after the fact.
Rory's family didn't attend police burial. They're having a private one. Maybe I just wrote burial and it was memorial.
I imagined it more as like they do the memorials with the pictures, but they don't actually have the casket there.
Right.
And that Rory's family had the casket and did a proper burial. But one of the wonderful things about being a police officer is that they do honor you in the highest regards
Right.
when you pass away. And as the family, I would think that you would want to see that, participate in that.
Right.
So I don't understand why they said, like they wrote it that way to say they couldn't come or whatever.
Especially where it was all done off screen.
Right.
So it's not like they had to cast it. It could have been Trina saying, I wasn't expecting that to be the first time that I met his parents. We had been talking about doing the holidays and stuff like that. You know, it was nice to finally meet his parents and to be able to let them know how much like she appreciated. Where it was done off screen, it was just weird.
Yeah.
Like made no sense.
They could have come up with any story about them.
Yep.
And we would have just gone with it because it was off screen.
Yeah.
This week was very separated. It's hard to jump from one to another because it was Heather, Rory.
Oh, but Heather was asking Portia about Trina.
That was so good. She's like, oh, are you the mother of that poor girl that was accused? I knew she was innocent because I always go for the underdog. And then she went right into, does your daughter talk about that? What's her name? Esme girl?
Yeah.
She should have known that Portia was going to not give any deets, though. First of all, that would be totally unprofessional.
Said, yes, that's my daughter.
She did. I would have just ignored it.
I was just like, how is that relevant? Robinson.
Right.
It's not an uncommon last name.
Exactly. Or just, I don't discuss my personal life with patients.
I don't know you. From what I hear, I don't want you to know anything about me.
Right.
Or you say, yeah, and her dad is like a detective.
Exactly. Thanks. Right. No, that was weird that she discussed it with her. But it was also weird that Heather even said, did she talk about Esme? What would Trina say about Esme other than she's that jerk that framed me for taping my friends?
Right.
There's nothing like deep, dark friendship that was there first that she's going to give all these secrets out. She was crazy and she taped people and then framed me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Information's all in the newspaper that you read, Heather.
Yeah.
This was the week for men being stupid. The guard, she's like, hey, can I see your phone? Or like, why is your text message going off? And he's like, no, you can't have it. And then he goes to walk out of the room and sets it down right in front of her.
Yeah.
Nobody sets their cell phone down ever. And everyone has a password on their cell phone.
I only just got one because one of my apps requires it for work. Before that, I didn't have it.
Huh.
I don't care, though.
Mine was more that I would like hit it and didn't want to just like weirdly dial people.
Yeah.
Like I originally put one on to be a jerk because it was 100 years ago when I was with my ex and he had a password on his because he was doing shady stuff. So I put one on mine just to be a jerk back because that's the mature thing to do. And then I kept it because...
Keep in mind, it was 100 years ago.
It was 100 years ago.
You've grown a lot in the past 100 years.
Yes.
Okay,
that's
Moses.
true. Thank you. Thank you. I take that compliment. But yeah, now it's
I'm going
just
more for the age thing, not
I got
parting the Red Sea or anything.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Okay. No offense.
Yeah, no offense that I haven't parted the Red Sea. Ridiculous conversations that we have.
And this is before our surprise.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, you don't leave your cell phone. Like, it's one thing if you would leave your cell phone on your desk at home, or in your case, you have your own office or whatever.
Right.
But you wouldn't, like, set it down at the front desk of your office and walk away from it.
No.
It's your phone. Like, no.
Right. Not out in public.
And especially in this case, like, it is a police officer and a criminal. That's even more reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So ridiculous. And then later with all the Esme drama. What's his name? Bodyguard dude.
Demetrius.
Here, I just happened to leave matches. She was sitting there talking, like she's holding the flame and she's like, blah, 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 baby, Ace, we're doing this, we're doing that. I'm like, the flame's going to go out. Those little matches do not stay lit that long.
Right.
How funny will it be that your plan is going to be foiled because you're just talking away instead of doing what you originally planned to do?
Yes.
But again, a guard hired by NIkolas would have maybe brought the matches in, lit the candles, but then put that in his pocket. Right. He would not have set it on the tray. And she was smart to just take one, not take the whole box or whatever. But He wouldn't have left them there.
And I don't understand why she just didn't take the candle.
I don't think he would have left that.
Right. But where she had asked for it,
I think
that's where I was going. I was like, okay, she's going to take the candle and do it.
No, see, I knew he wouldn't leave the candle because she would. The guard wouldn't have been that stupid. He'd have been like,
he wasn't going to leave a steak knife. He was going to cut it up for her. So that was nice.
Yes. See, he was thinking there. Come on, dude.
Right. I don't know.
He's going to be fired. NIkolas is firing him.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to get into all that first.
No,
but yeah,
it's okay. I was going to say that's actually,
those dumb men.
It's kind of on its own anyway. I guess we can just cover that then with Esme trying to talk to Elizabeth. And I thought it was sweet when she's like, I don't even get a sonogram. And Liz is like, okay, I made him. He's going to get a machine and you'll see the baby next time.
You're such a sucker. Shannon's never going to hold anyone captive. I can tell you that. Guys, the first time they say something halfway sentimental should be like, oh, okay, let me let you go.
I'd be like, Liz, like, I'm not going to let you go, but I am going to at least help you to enjoy this as much as I can while you're still in captivity.
Yeah, I mean, I like that Liz finally pointed out, you are not innocent. You have done lots of horrible things. And right now, if I turned you in, you would be in big trouble. So lay here on your comfy bed. I don't understand why she doesn't have a TV.
Yeah.
I understand no phone or computer. Like, that makes sense. But why can't she have a TV?
You can get internet through the TV now. Like, you can go on a browser. I could go on Google Chrome on my TV.
But that's only certain TVs. Get her a dumb TV.
Get her, like, the old box?
Yeah.
Like, with rabbit ears?
Right.
Yeah. 4 channels.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say take the remote. Because I would assume the reason why is because you don't want her turning the volume up all the way when, like, guests are over. So I would set it and be like, every time I come in, I can change the channel for you, but I'm not leaving the remote here because I don't want you blaring the TV. I guess technically there'd be a volume button on it.
There would, but I was just thinking if he gave her the old TV. So when I was growing up, our remote didn't have the volume on it, and the TV we had, the knob.
Oh, right. You could pull the knob off. Yeah.
And we had to use tweezers.
Yeah.
To change the volume.
Right. See?
So if he had just gotten her a tube TV, taken the knob off. But NIkolas probably had
so much thought into this. But there's an old tube.
We're bringing real life experience to this.
And there's a tube TV somewhere in that castle because it's been around forever. They haven't renovated every single room.
Yeah.
The whole one wing isn't used. There's like a 25th bedroom that has an old tube TV just sitting in it. And he should have gone and got it for her.
I like it.
No tweezers. Take the knobs off. Here you go. I'd be mad. If I didn't have a TV, I would go crazy because she doesn't have any books.
There's books.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't there books? I thought that she had books.
I thought she only had a book, but maybe.
Oh. Yeah, that would not last very long for me.
Yeah, like I can only sleep so much. Come on. Even being pregnant.
Let's get her a craft. Like, give her some paintings. Give her some paint by numbers.
I'd probably be afraid that she would like...
Or the diamond paintings.
Find a way to use that as a weapon. I don't know how you do it with the diamond painting, but...
It's a plastic tool
like a wooden,
wax.
Like a wooden paintbrush. You could snap it.
Well, she could make anything in that room. It's not like he cleared it out. There's that whole junk pile over in the corner.
I'm surprised she hasn't
gone through that. Yeah.
Instead, the only way to escape is to set the room on fire.
Right.
So the only logical thing.
That was kind of smart.
It was smart until it went up in flames really fast and started producing all that smoke. And she was like, oh, maybe this wasn't as good of an idea as I thought. And then she went running out of there. Why did she run from there onto the parapet?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't like how that ended. I
don't like how that ended either, but it just doesn't make any sense. She should have run out the front door. And it's still very, in my imagination, very like cliffy and be careful on the steps walking up to the front porch and whatever. And so there they could have had a confrontation. Probably wouldn't. And so there they could have a fight and she could have fallen or she could have pushed him or something.
I thought for sure she was going to
use the leverage and pull him over.
Yep. Because, okay, we're not commenting on anything because we actually don't know anything really.
Right.
So, but I feel like this storyline has been setting up for him to go.
Right.
It's not
right. He made the comment to Laura about if it had never come back.
right.
So that's how Victor has like leverage over the family is because
Right.
of NIkolas. And we have heard, again, not discussing the who, what, why, but that
To be fair, we actually don't know.
right. But
We know
to,
what
like,
everyone's been
yes,
releasing.
to not even speculate, but it has been confirmed
Yes.
that he is leaving the show.
Right.
So it would make sense if they just
But it feels like
tossed him over.
NIkolas is leaving, not
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Is it would have made sense if they said, like, everyone's in an uproar over the fact that he's been let go, but he hasn't been let go. We killed the character again,
which has happened
for right now.
Yes.
And then,
but the way that it's been talked about has been,
it makes it sound like he's replaced, but then it doesn't make
the storyline would have
doesn't feel like he's replaced
before this information came out.
Right.
So, I mean, when we talked to him, he said they're at least a month, if not a little bit more. I think he said about 6 weeks ahead of us.
Right.
So they would have recorded this around the time that we talked to him.
Yeah.
And he didn't, I don't know, but I feel like the storyline is going to,
yes,
NIkolas is leaving. So I thought for sure
she was
going to throw him over.
I had the same thought whenever he's like, just give me your hand.
Yep.
And she like stepped back for a second. I was like, dude, she's going to take your hand and push you right over.
Yeah.
I did not expect her to fall off.
Yeah. I thought it was really, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I
didn't like it because, first of all, she's just sat there and talked all this time about how much she loves her baby and how she wants to take care of her baby and everything needs to be okay with the baby. So jumping off of any ledge while pregnant is dangerous, even not pregnant, but especially when pregnant is dangerous. And to throw herself backwards, like, yeah, I guess the logic there is that she wouldn't land on her stomach, but you can't like see where you're going to even like
tiny.
jerk
she
your
does
body.
Not have a lot of other cushion.
Right.
I mean, I'd have some give. Like,
you wouldn't have much give, but okay.
I have more than Esme does.
More than Esme. There's not many people that don't have more than Esme. She is teeny tiny.
Especially after we just saw all of that.
Right.
And I do believe that she really cares for the baby, and I didn't like it.
I'm going to be angry if this is how they like solve this baby problem, is now she miscarries and then move on.
No, I don't like that either.
Yeah, I was totally surprised. I did not see that one coming. I mean, I thought she was going to escape and he was going to bring her back and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But did not see.
I figured she'd run into Liz on waiting for the launch or something.
I thought it was going to be Laura.
Oh, that would have been a good
Laura's
one too.
Like, tell me. And he's like, no, I can't tell you. And then she left. And it felt like, again, 5 seconds later that the thing went off. And so I thought she was going to run out the door and Laura was going to like turn around.
Because Laura did not leave much later than Liz did. So that would have been great to see Liz and Laura waiting for the launch and her being like, so Liz.
Right. Why are you hooking up with my son again? Here? And then Esme run out and be like,
yes, help. Yes. And then Liz would have had to have looked at Laura and been like, oh crap.
Exactly.
Now
we have
figured
it
out.
Yes. And Laura would have been that smart. She would have had it all together.
Damn. I like that better.
Me too.
Okay. Cool.
We do a quick rewrite.
Oh, Laura broke my heart though.
She was
trying to
plead
with her
good.
Or him.
She's like, you can start over right now. We can be stronger than Victor.
But NIkolas saying that she's no match for Victor? Right. Does he know who his mom is?
Right, exactly. He needs to go back and watch.
Right.
You need to learn who your mother is. Yeah, she could handle Victor. And especially now with her political connections. Like, she doesn't want to use them for her own good.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, she would use them to be like, let's look at all the evidence here. My son is totally being set up by this evil man.
Right.
Help me out here.
Right.
And I feel like if it came down to Victor or NIkolas, that then Ava would come forward too and be like, wait a second, he got that information from me.
Right.
And this is what happened after the fact. We know Esme is alive because she went after Liz.
Right.
So that whole thing doesn't mean anything.
Right.
And Victor doesn't know that he has Esme.
No.
So.
Oh, and I was totally wrong. I thought for sure last week NIkolas told Spencer that Liz was pregnant. And I guess it was just that he told her
that they were,
or told him that he had slept with her, or that they were having an affair.
Yes.
So it wasn't just a one-time.
Right. Except for I felt bad for Liz this week when it was not whatever they said. What wording did they use for Hulu headlines? She has a what?
A revelation to Finn.
No, it was not. A revelation to Finn would have been, hey, there's no baby because I was never knocked up, because we never had an affair.
Yep.
And blah, 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 blah. It just poured everything out to him. And I don't understand why she doesn't, because it's obvious that she loves him. And why are we putting our life on hold or throwing our whole life away for stupid NIkolas? Give me a break. Liz has come further than that. I don't like that they're dumbing her back down for NIkolas.
Yeah.
No. But anyway, whenever she was talking to Finn, she said, I didn't tell the boys about anything because this was so short-lived, and I definitely didn't tell them about the pregnancy and whatever. And Finn's like, yeah, I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm like, yeah, he's not going to tell anyone, but Spencer is. The next time he hangs out with Cam, and then Cam is going to come back at you again, all angry. Like, how many times do you have to have people screaming and yelling at you before you're going to say, this isn't me, this is NIkolas?
Right.
Ava went off on her. She's broken Finn's heart. She broke her own heart.
I think Laura is going to talk to her because she's going to be like, yeah, remember what happened before?
Exactly.
But why? But especially where Laura has dealt with her own coming out of, I don't even want to say Liz is cured. Like, I feel like she has reached a point of, maybe she is, because she went to Shady Brook, got the help that she needed, discovered all the things, and made peace with it at Christmas. So, I mean, it's going to hurt her still for a long time, and that's like not going to go away, but I think that she's stronger with it. But yeah, Laura's going to have to talk to her too.
Yeah, because I just don't understand. Like, I understand wanting Esme to pay and wanting to help your friend that's been your friend for a million years. And if that was all it involved, like whenever she first went over there and checked on Esme and nobody knew anything else and she wasn't telling any other lies. Okay, yeah, I'll keep helping you because this chick's evil and you're my friend.
Right.
But once you like blow up my relationship and make people that I care about, make them look at me like I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not playing this game anymore.
Yeah. Especially where she actually didn't do anything this time.
Exactly. And again, her kids.
Yeah.
Liz does everything to protect her kids. And she's not going to let Cameron think all this when it's not true.
Yeah. I don't know.
Very frustrated with NIkolas.
So before all that, though, Laura and Martin went to go see Cyrus.
Yes.
He was in prison in Ireland. Why didn't he call Lucky?
I don't know. That would have been so good.
Guys.
So good. But I love that Cyrus is like, there's a snake in your garden. And she's like, can you just stop with all the biblical stuff and tell me who the snake is? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, and when he's like, you have a mole, and Martin's like, along with the snake? Like, which one is it?
Exactly.
I did like that she basically told him, yeah, so I know.
Right.
But thank you.
I mean, that's the thing, is she has to now take what he says into consideration.
Yeah.
Before, she could just blow it off like he's just talking to manipulate her. But when he's providing you with facts.
And when she found out, like, Victor has to have the custody over Spencer, and that little, as she was piecing it all together.
Yeah.
She's
going to go at Victor. Come on, Laura.
Ooh. And him saying, don't you want to go after the person that killed Luke?
Yeah.
We didn't get Tracy back this year for the holidays.
No.
Mm-mm.
That made me sad. It wasn't a traditional Quartermaine Christmas as much as it was held in the Quartermaine house.
Right.
There's so many strangers. I did not like that Tracy didn't come back. At least they referred to Monica being upstairs sick.
Right.
So she was in the house.
Again. All right, we're going to jump to one thing real quick. That way, because something's melting. So real quick, because I think it happened on Monday.
Okay, but this is even funnier because I walked in and I talked last week about how I had the stupid kidney stone, and Shannon's one of those people who drinks water all day, every day.
You know, like you're supposed to.
And she like had a moment of paranoia because I basically live here
I was
once a
not
week.
blaming myself for your kidney stones.
I know you were blaming yourself for the kidney stones, but because I live here once a week, like I usually just have my Dr. Pepper, ironically, with me all the time. And so I walk in and there's a glass of water and I'm like, oh man, is this what we're starting every week? There's going to be a glass of water to like take care of me. So at least she knows I got 8 ounces in me for the week or whatever. And then I look over and
But
see.
you walked right by all this other
I know,
stuff.
we were
before.
talking. I was
That's
saying
true.
hi to the cat and we
That's
were talking. So I saw the
Okay.
water first and was like, oh, look, she's trying to make me be healthy. And then she had a table of goodies in front of her. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's just to help wash it down in case the taste is not great.
Yep. So Maxie and Brad were helping to plan Britt's party. And Maxie mentioned a signature cocktail. And Brad said, I've already gotten that figured out. And he said it was bourbon, rice wine, and ginger. So we're doing a little twist on it because I only have what I have.
Okay.
I did not have sake before, but I got the smallest bottle of sake that the liquor store has. So we are doing Knob Creek. We're going to do a shot of Knob Creek in each glass over ice with sake. And my in-laws bought me a ton of ginger beer. So we're going to use ginger beer for it. So we are going to make the Britch, which I love that name. We're just going to drain some of this ice that is now water. I love that so far the only drinks that we've made from them have bourbon in them.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, it's not that I'm not a bourbon fan, but it's definitely not my go-to. All right, so we're just doing 1 ounce. And I'm not doing the shaker. Just going to layer it. I brought a spoon, but I don't have a bar spoon. I need to get like a really nice cocktail set.
I was looking at those because the new house has a bar and Madeline keeps talking about wanting to be bartender. And I'm like, even if she's just mixing like ice and whatever,
Shirley Temples.
it would be fun to shaky it.
Yes.
So.
All right. Going to do the, not measuring it. Just going to eyeball. Sure. That much sake works. Oh, do you like sake?
Sure.
Okay. We're just going to top it off. We're just going to finish the bottle. So I don't know if it's too much or what. But we're just going to go with this. And this is your drink ASMR. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers to Britt.
Cheers to Britt. That was so good.
Not bad. Whew. Even just 1 shot of bourbon.
Wow.
It's there.
Yeah, you can taste that.
Whew. I'm going to finish it, but I don't know that I'm ever going to make it again. And I'm sure that perhaps Brad's was probably better.
I bet that there was something somewhere that made his a tiny bit sweeter. But maybe not. Maybe Britt likes her drinks strong. That tastes strong. I don't know that 1 shot's really strong, but I'm a bit of a crybaby when it comes to alcohol, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
It's not bad. I just don't see it being a all-night drink.
Mm-mm.
I mean, that can lead us into Britt's party. It was quite the party. I love that Maxie and Brad were fighting about lots of things, and then they were talking about the wait staff, and they were like, oh, very topless men, scantily clad, yes.
Very Chippendales.
And I loved the fact that at the party, they surprised her instead of having strippers.
Yes.
Because at first, I thought that was where they were going to go. And I was like, come on, that is not tasteful for a party of people all these different ages and whatever.
She's throwing her first birthday party.
Yes. So I was happy with the drag queen.
Is that the same one that did the bingo a few years ago?
I don't know.
I was trying to... Google was not helping me on this one, so I just kind of gave up.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they did karaoke.
Yes.
And if you follow Perry Shen or Kelly Thabode, I feel like I always mispronounce her last name. On social media, he actually shared a behind the scenes because they got the rights to sing Knew You Were Waiting like very last minute.
Aww.
And he texted her, you get to sing Aretha, because it was Aretha Franklin and George Michael is who released it in the 80s. And I thought they did such a good job.
They did do such a good job.
I held it together the whole time until they started singing. And I'm not the only one. I've seen it on Twitter. They're like, you know what? I was actually okay. We love Britt and Brad.
We do love Britt and Brad.
That's, I wish that during the slideshow, though, they had shown like a selfie of them from the Metro Court from the time that they were
Yes.
watching the nurses' ball,
Yes.
eating the ice cream.
Yes. That would have been fun.
I love that they obviously used real pictures of Kelly. However, they don't match Britt's upbringing.
No.
So that was the only.
Yep.
That was my only, because she's always talked about how an untraditional, yet they all, like, we have those pictures.
Right.
You know, we all.
Right. Yeah, they would have been okay if they started like from what I assume was her 21st birthday when she was like holding the drink and like making. If they would have started from there and gone forward, then they were fine. And maybe even the baby pictures, because I'm sure that they had. But yeah, like the one of her with the car, it was like, I don't imagine that's the car that she would have been driving,
or even in her cap and gown
at 16. Yeah,
you know, I mean, I hate to be
no, I don't want to be
that,
picky
but I
because I loved seeing the pictures of her.
Yes.
But at the same time,
it didn't fit the character.
Right.
Not the background that we know.
Right. Like I've never heard her talk about her school days where she would go to school and have a picture like that.
Right. And it seemed like she was involved in clubs and silly. Like I feel, and that's actually what like Britt and Liesl talked about kind of.
Right.
She raised her to be a hard person. So to see her being silly, which we see Kelly being silly.
Right.
But it's nice that I hate that. I was really, really hoping that she wasn't actually leaving. I kept just holding out for it. But that was probably one of the better send-offs. It
was a great send-off, and it made sense because it was her first birthday party. She was funding it. We know she has money.
Yeah.
So all of that made sense. And then the presents that they gave her made sense because it wasn't like, oh, here we bought you a bunch of stuff that now you're going to have to figure out how to exit with. And they like actually had sentiment behind them. So
I like that. Liesl just killed me. Britt's going to send her postcards.
Yes, Britt said she'll send her postcards. And they said that they'll have the password to the picture frame that they gave her. So assuming that she took the picture frame, they can still upload stuff to her, which is cool.
That is cool.
So
I like.
And maybe that's a way to keep the door open if things change and she 100%. Wants to come back.
Yeah.
So
I like that Liesl told her that she told Nina and Sunny. And Britt addressed it.
Yeah, she's like, stop looking at me like I'm the Walking Dead.
Yep. I thought it was weird, though, with Sunny making the comment about Jason.
Right? Yeah, we don't know how much time we're going to have. Think of my bodyguard that had died how many times before that. Like, what? The simple statement, no one knows how much time they have, but I like that you're enjoying yours or making the most of yours or something like that would have been fine. We didn't need to say Jason's name at all.
Agree.
And I thought it was weird. It made sense that Spencer was going and that Spencer would bring Trina as his +1. I liked everything with them on the boat whenever they were talking, and she said this can get complicated, and they were talking about it would be like this, and they were all like twinkly. I just love the way that she looks at him. Like, I don't know how.
Like, are they dating in real life?
Right. Because like
if not, they're really good.
Yes, that look. I don't know how you give someone that look without having those feelings. And every time that she looks at him, I'm like, it makes you feel like a 17-year-old again.
Smirk.
Yeah.
I loved their almost kiss, and he blew the.
Yes.
Because I thought for sure we were gonna get the kiss was gonna be how 2022 ended, but I really do like that more.
Right. Assuming that they're not going to continue dragging it out, I don't feel like that was the wrong way to play it because she just lost Rory. It would have been too much.
And he's very vocal about, I am not going to
push this,
you know?
Right. I care.
He wanted to keep
be
her
a
out
friend.
of it.
Yes. I like their whole interaction. It was cute. You could see that there's like the bond that they're still kind of trying to fight, but at the same time, they really like each other. And it made you feel all teenagery mushy watching them.
Have you seen that like Sprina fans are sending them gifts? It's like they're the new Luke and Laura.
Aww.
It was James Lott posted a video, and I believe that he was with them, and there was a plane that flew overhead, like saying, "We love Sprina."
Wow.
So
that's some diehard fans there.
Yes.
No, I like it. I like the couples that make you feel all mushy and remind you of when you felt that way about somebody.
Yes.
And so they are totally that young adult, like.
They're reminding me of Lucky and Liz.
Yeah. So then, as that party's going on, again, makes total sense that Spencer's there. As that party's going on, Joss has not talked to Cameron on New Year's Eve to know that he got stuck on a catering run, because I feel like that's the first thing that my boyfriend back then, if we all had cell phones, would have texted me was, oh man, I thought I was just going to be here, and it would be a slow night.
Even
and
instead, if he didn't have a cell phone, they would have called and said, hey, I'm running late.
I don't think that they were supposed to meet up. So I don't know if they didn't have a cell phone that they would have said anything. Okay. But knowing that everyone has cell phones, it would have been I thought I was going to be at Kelly's all night, and it would be a slow night because who comes in on New Year's Eve, like evening time?
Right.
And instead I have to help with this catering thing. I'm going to be busy past midnight now.
Right. See, that's why I thought she showed up, was that she knew he was there. And so she was going to at least, spend New Year's Eve with her boyfriend and not the guy that she's.
No, she was going there to break up with him.
On New Year's Eve?
Yes.
Did she say that and I missed it?
She said to the bodyguard he had to stay outside. She apologized for making him stay out in the cold, but that she needed some privacy for this conversation with Cam. She was going in to break up with him.
Okay.
So then she went in, and it was nice.
You don't go into someone's place of work
on New Year's Eve.
Period. End of sentence. You don't go to someone's work to break up with them.
But especially on New Year's Eve. Like, if you haven't broken up before Christmas, you can't break up till middle of June. Not June. January. That's a long time.
But you have to do it before Valentine's Day.
Yes. You have. If you
have a 2-week window.
Right.
After January 10th.
I would have given you to the 15th.
Okay.
Because most men aren't buying presents a month ahead of time for Valentine's Day.
True.
Or making reservations or plans.
Okay.
Yeah, most men. So, yeah, if you have not broken up the week before Christmas, I would say 2 weeks before Christmas. If you've not broken up 2 weeks before Christmas, you have to wait until January 15th.
I would give you Thanksgiving.
I would, really?
Mm-hmm. I would say you have until Cyber Monday.
All right. Break up by Cyber Monday.
Break
or
up that weekend.
Do not break up until January 5th. Through 15th.
But if they get you a really nice gift, please return it.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
A book, you can keep that maybe. But like if they got you jewelry, give it back.
Right.
Or anything like super sentimental. Well, I don't know about that one. I don't know. That's a whole other podcast we're going to start. So
the proper etiquette of dumping
around
people.
The holidays.
The proper etiquette of dumping people. I like it.
I'm sure that there is.
There probably is.
Anyway, I guess I just might have missed.
Yeah, that's what she said to the bodyguard dude, which is why the whole thing didn't make any sense. Because she said to bodyguard dude, I have to go inside. She sat and had ice cream with Dante and them. That was weird. But
yeah.
But it was nice that they asked her to sit down and like, hey, what's going on? Because they could tell something was up with her.
Right, yes.
But for them to then get into the sunny conversation, like, that was just weird.
I did like that she at least acknowledged that she has benefited greatly from his being in her life.
Yes.
But I still feel like she didn't fully get it.
No, but some things it takes a very long time for you to actually get. She's still young. She said, I get that he's protecting me, and that's nice and all, but it doesn't excuse everything else that's going on for me to be grateful. I did love that Sam was like, trust me, just move on and avoid Sonny. You have other things to spend your time on. He is not worth it. I thought, oh, that's so funny, except for the fact that you're dating his son is just weird.
So JD watched Friday with me.
Okay.
And I watched it Friday night after I had come home from a Christmas birthday party.
Okay.
Quick, I guess, mini reality check just to explain. It was a dip miss party where everyone brought a dip.
I love that.
So, like, it was really, so I didn't eat because I was so excited because people were posting what they were.
Oh, yum.
So I had like an English muffin in the morning and then it was BYOB. So I just got 4 cans of Moscow Mules. On the 4th one, I read the can that said that there was 3 shots in every can.
Woo!
I did not drive. I was not the one driving. I also forgot that I had not eaten all day.
Woo!
So that's the mindset that I was in when I came home and was watching General Hospital.
I wish I would have been watching it with you then,
with
because
JD.
that sounds fun.
And I kept pausing it and gave like the 20-year history of every single character.
Okay, maybe I'm glad I didn't watch it with you.
Well, you know it though.
Yes.
He's like, can you just stop? And then at Britt's party.
I wish you would have told me this ahead of time, because I would have been like, no, I'm sorry. We will not be discussing. I will not be part of discussing this week's episode. We are just going to have JD give us the history that he learned from Shannon during Friday's episode.
So I guess I can say this now because I wrote it down. When Finn walked onto the deck, I almost said to him, because he always asks, because he knows the actors that have changed characters. And he does the same thing with Roger Howarth. And I almost said, by the way, he's still a doctor. Just as Finn said, I'm still a doctor, Liz.
Yes.
And I was like, that is great. But then my husband, who we've heard do impressions before, started talking in Finn's voice. I can't do this. Like, I feel like we need to get him in here.
Right.
What's he doing?
I know you're doing something productive, but come down here and tell us your Finn voice.
Can you come down and do your Finn line? Okay, thanks. I really just called him. He's in the house.
Just called you to let you know I need you.
I'm leaving that in there too. I heard them. Okay. Yes. So we were just I was just filling Amanda in on the mindset that I had while we were watching last night's episode.
A whole episode of what you learned from Shannon during Friday's episode.
Hardest episode to watch last night. Can I explain why?
I already explained.
She said she paused and gave you a breakdown of everyone.
30 seconds, and then anyone who said any word or opened their mouth, she gave me the complete historical background on this person, and leading up to why they're talking to this person, and they're standing in that spot in that episode.
I did not say that.
No, I'm just exaggerating.
Okay, but so Finn, when he came out on the deck, I almost told you he was a doctor.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
And then I went in the Finn voice. Yes, I'm still a doctor. Thought about being a cop. Wasn't for me. But I really like vampire movies.
Okay, that was... You deepened your voice, but that was not Michael Easton.
That's how I do it.
I know, but I'm just saying, no, I'm letting people know, like, we are acknowledging, like, that was not, like, a dead-on... How you can do other impersonations.
It's because he loves Faison so much. He can't get the Faison out of his voice.
That is true.
What's wrong.
That was like a Faison Finn.
Yeah. Keep practicing.
Yeah. But I just thought it was funny because he knew he forgot about the rock star.
Oh, man.
I know. Well,
now you do.
Yep.
Next time we'll expect more.
Go back and listen to our 6 personalities of Michael Easton. You'll get the full rundown. Yeah, so that was the mindset that I was in as I was watching.
Oh,
so that's also probably why I missed Joss saying that she needed the private conversation.
That may have been. So we see the hook killer whenever.
But it's a different hood, too, because I feel like
the whole thing looked weird, except for they did hold the thing up.
Right.
Like it had the hooky,
but that's the only
thing to hold it, and they did hold it up the way. But yeah, they did look like a different person. They changed coats because it was like the whole black.
It was like a cloak.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. It was like a cloak before, and that's not what it looked like this time. But Trina and Spencer were on there, and they got real close to them, and then they went inside because Maxie called them in. And then we saw Elizabeth and Finn talking, and the hook didn't go anywhere close to them. Joss had to tell the bodyguard that she was going inside. Then she says to the bodyguard, I'm going to go home and change, and I'm going to go to the party.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why she was invited to the party at all.
No.
Because she's not friends with Britt. But okay.
Maybe Spencer invited, and because Trina was there, that's just what they're doing for New Year's. Because Cam's working. So her friends are... Maybe she and Trina were texting, and she's like, well, Cam's still working. And she's like, well, just come to the party. It's a great time. Even though they never went inside. Well, they did eventually.
At the very end.
But
the bodyguard would have followed her to her house and then followed her from her house, watched her got on the boat, and then left because Sunny was there. The fact that she was on the dock alone was ridiculous. That would have never happened. So
I know the whole. I don't understand it.
And
I agree.
And Sunny is going to be.
I did follow that.
Yeah, Sunny is going to be so angry with this bodyguard, whether she gets hurt or not, because obviously it stopped Friday cliffhanger.
A lot of people are getting
where
fired.
She was like, but Sunny's firing him. Dex, even if Dex was not romantically having thoughts about her, he would never have left his person he's watching out of his sight like that.
See, no jingle for Joss Hook.
That should be the name of this week's episode. No jingle for Joss.
No jingle for Joss.
I love it. But anyway, I was not expecting her to be the next person that might be hooked. But on top of that, I was like, I'm not even believing this because no, bodyguard would not have left you alone.
Nope. But then speaking of Dex, he attended that meeting with Sunny and gave him a lot of intel where he's like, that guy is ex-military. I'm letting you know this is not okay.
Right.
And Sunny's like, don't worry about it. We'll make a lot of money. First of all, when does that ever matter to Sunny? Sunny has definitely been given multiple opportunities to make a lot of money.
Right, with the drugs.
Yeah.
How many
And he
people have
straight up
offered?
said no. But then Michael knows that Pikeman Security is transporting military weapons, but doesn't know what insider trading is in his own industry.
Right.
But he knows about Pikeman Security Group. But I think this is where Dex is really going, because I mean, he obviously feels obligated to tell Michael, hey, by the way.
Yeah, but Michael following up on this is not just going to get Sunny in trouble. It's going to get Michael in trouble and maybe even Dex.
Yeah.
Which then makes Jocelyn in trouble.
Yes. Oh, Joss is going to have a hook and a mobster after her.
Yeah.
Whew. That's a lot.
It is a lot. I'm just disappointed.
Or this is going to be, Dex is going to wind up having to kill somebody.
Right.
Joss is probably going to see it.
Oh.
And then she's going to be torn on,
right?
Do I continue to pursue, my hormones? Okay, I do like them together, but it is purely hormones at this point. Like, they don't really know each other that well.
That's okay.
But
sometimes that's enough.
It's not for a relationship. You have to be able to, for a relationship.
To get you on the right track.
For a relationship.
On the right track.
Michael's okay with Sunny going to jail forever, which, okay. But
no,
the whole thing was just...
Michael is angry with Sunny for the way that Sunny has put their family in danger. So he, in turn, is going to have Sunny arrested for putting everyone in danger, but then put himself in danger because these people are really bad.
He's not recognizing that he is going to have a target on his back if he blows this up.
Right.
Because they're going to go straight up after Michael.
Exactly. And Dex said it to him. He was like, listen, I don't know how you're going to get info on Sunny and not info on them. And once you get info on them, they're going to kill you.
Yeah. He was not sugarcoating.
No.
He was like, no, these guys are not good.
And he knew what he was talking about. And the fact that Michael had heard about them before just proved that he knew what he was talking about. But
apparently they have a big media presence if Michael heard about them.
Right. So Sunny and Michael are going to ignore the danger and just continue down this path.
But I feel like that's also the first time that we've really heard exactly what's being shipped through.
Yes.
Because we still don't know what Sunny does. Other than coffee. Because we thought it was weapons for a while.
I assumed that it was weapons, and not that it's okay on any level, so please don't have an angry comment at all. But I thought he was shipping...
She's talking to you, not me.
Yeah. I thought he was shipping, like, handguns without serial numbers and whatever.
Yeah.
There is again, not okay at all.
I understand what you're saying.
Like an AK-47 can shoot a lot more bullets in a minute than a Glock 9mm.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Yes. Okay. There's a right way about going about things, and you should follow the law whenever it comes to gun
You
ownership
need to
and
get your
not
permit.
smuggling them.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. No smuggling of guns is okay. But I feel like smuggling military grade is worse than smuggling personal use.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Yes, I think everyone else does too, but I just don't want it to come across as in any way. I'm like, yeah, you can buy your handgun off the black market, but not
That's
an
what
assault
Amanda does on the
rifle.
side.
All right, exactly. I do not sell guns. I do not own guns. I know the proper way to acquire a gun legally.
Yes. So what's Selena importing? Because she and Sonny also have an understanding.
But I feel like not she does drugs, but she deals in drugs. And their understanding is that they will not cross into each other's business as long as they don't jeopardize each other's business. Like, he's like, I'm not going to help you sell drugs, but I'm not going to interfere with you selling drugs. And you're not going to help me sell weapons, but you're not going to interfere with me selling weapons. And maybe
I don't think she's in drugs.
Understanding is like using the same, like, you can borrow my port for this week, but then no.
See, I feel like no, because I feel like Sonny has a hard and fast no drugs period that he's not going to negotiate.
Well, I mean, you can only sell so many guns. What else is she selling?
So what items are commonly smuggled through ports in the U.S.?
Going to jail.
What's the most cigarettes are the most trafficked thing. About 600 billion of tobacco products are trafficked each year. Okay. That's interesting. I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that either.
Why? I don't know. We're not going to get into that.
Okay. I don't understand.
Okay, so let's go with perhaps Ms. Wu is smuggling maybe some international tobacco products.
I guess
that would not be allowed.
There's some cigars that you can't buy.
Yes.
And can't.
So let's go with she's in tobacco.
Okay. I'll let her have that.
And that's why she and Sonny go together because, tobacco and coffee beans.
Okay.
There we go.
I will allow it.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what we have decided is
Sockies.
Friends. That's Joey. He's eating pizza.
Oh, that's cute. All I saw was and then I saw the DS on the end and I was like, it must be Friends, but I can't make out what is just the blocks. I needed to see his face. So Michael, I forgot about how bored I was with him. First of all, his parenting is wrong. Yes, Wiley's temper tantrum was not okay, and he needs to learn consequences. But that kid's like, what, 6, 5?
30 minutes is a really long time.
Exactly. And then Carly and them, like, he took him up to his room. You're in timeout for 30 minutes. And then they just left him up there. If you left a typical 5 or 6-year-old upstairs in their room alone for a half hour when they're angry about something, either they're crying and they're going to fall asleep or they're destroying something. Like, there's markers on the wall.
So I don't feel like this was a thing when my kids were younger, but I like the minutes per age.
Yes.
So he should have been a 10. Don't say that his parenting was wrong because there's people all have their own different.
Timeout is a wonderful tool. 30 minutes alone. He also
should have just had the conversation about the correct way to express
mommy. Yes.
But I liked that. That he defended Willow and he was like, you will not talk to her that way.
I agree with that.
Because that's something that's
not always
seen.
Right.
So I really liked that Michael was not leaving Willow to fend for herself while he just stood back. See, I did agree that the 30 minutes was a long time. But overall, I thought that I liked the fact that Wiley got a timeout, that Wiley was talked to about, you do not talk to her that way.
Right.
And that it was done by Michael.
Yes, I'm agreeing with all that, but the time was too long, and the fact that no one checked on him while he was up there. Like, I have 4 children. Madeline, I could have sent upstairs at any age, I guess, for a half hour, and she wouldn't have done anything. But the other 3, the room would have been destroyed.
See, I've always done whatever punishment they didn't like. I mean, I don't think any kid doesn't like punishment, but I tried spanking. It didn't really. My son hated the corner.
Yeah.
So guess what he got? He got put in the corner.
The corner is better because there's no interaction there. Their room, they still have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do timeout in a room anyway. But timeout in a room for a half hour without checking on him, dude, you're asking for trouble.
Well, Carly did go check on him, or wanted to go check on him after she was done making out, which I didn't like. I don't feel like Carly or Drew are the type of people that would be like, hey, we got a half hour while the kid's in timeout. Let's get it on.
Right. First of all, no, that's not how Carly would be.
Either of them.
And I understand that we were trying to keep our relationship secret, but enough people know about it already now that Wiley seeing you guys kiss would not be inappropriate. Seeing you like go at it on the couch.
Because were you under the impression like they were definitely going to be doing more than smooching?
Yes. And then they were like, oh no, we can't. We don't want Riley. We don't want Wiley to see something that he shouldn't see. And I'm like, there's not a problem with a kid seeing adults give a kiss to each other. Anything more than that, you should be doing in your own house or hotel room. I just didn't like it.
But speaking of which, where's that key then? What does the key go to? Because it wasn't to his house because she said, let's use that key and do a getaway.
Right. How does she know where it gets away to?
But
I don't know.
I was
waiting for the answer.
I liked when you said that it was to his house because I was thinking hotel last week. You're like, no, it's to his house. Now, who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe it's an antique sports car?
Sure.
That doesn't have a key fob?
Sure.
Okay.
No, she said it was somewhere because she said use the key and get away. But like, where are we getting away?
But you can use a car to get away.
Yeah, but that was not a car key. That was a house key.
I don't know anymore.
I do.
I don't know anymore.
I'm telling you. That's what it is.
He found pictures of Josiah. Do you know who Ron Livingston is?
The name's familiar.
He was the guy in Office Space.
Okay.
I thought that the older picture where he kind of looked like hippie-ish, I thought it was Ron Livingston at first. But then whenever they showed like the cleaned up CEO picture, it was not Ron Livingston.
Okay.
I was kind of excited whenever I thought that it was going to be Ron Livingston. He was also, if you ever watched Sex in the City, he was the one that broke up with Carrie on a Post-it.
Okay.
Don't hate me. I can't.
Okay.
Another way that you don't break up with somebody, on a Post-it. Just in case you needed to know.
Never broken up with anyone on Post-its, but thanks for clarifying that we don't do that. But her taking the picture.
He knows how many files he brought over, right?
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I thought for sure he was going to see it in her purse when he went over to get his phone.
I thought so too. I thought he was going to like drop his phone and then as he went to get it, knock her bag off and it was going to fall off. And then he was going to be
or maybe he wanted some lip balm.
You should never go into a woman's purse without asking first.
If you just want lip balm, you can go in my purse.
No, not without asking first. No, you can't. I don't give you permission
I really
to go
don't care.
Purse without asking.
I'm an open book. Go for it. Go through my purse. There's nothing in there that should not be seen.
Nope. There's nothing in mine that shouldn't be seen either, but that's a respect thing.
Oh, yeah, but if you're in that relationship, he'd have been like, all right, cool, I could get some lip balm. Okay.
Nope.
But he is forgetting that he started to remember things that she said.
Right.
Like they're acting like he never had those flashbacks.
No, the whole situation is just absurd. And I really wish that Willow would just tell everyone the truth, or at least tell Carly the truth. This is dragging on.
Yeah.
If Wiley is complaining that you're always at the doctor, you've been to the doctor enough times that someone else should be noticing that these aren't normal prenatal checkups.
Right.
Especially in the beginning of your pregnancy, you really don't go to the doctor that often.
No.
So.
Well, she's in her second trimester. But still, it shouldn't be enough.
She's going like once or twice a week.
Right.
That doesn't happen until like the week before when you're ready
and
to
Carly
pop.
hasn't asked one time, is everything okay?
Right. Or if you were going to the doctor, it must have been a special appointment, like an ultrasound or something. Can I see another picture of the baby?
Right.
They already did one ultrasound.
Right.
They found out it's a girl. She shouldn't be going back to the doctor for
the
another
next
month.
day. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like anything that happened in Michael's cabin or in Willow's.
The gatehouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Willow's gatehouse, I guess it is, right? She's the one that rented it first or was living in it first.
Do you think she's paying them to live there?
No.
They gave it to her. And now they are going to get married, and he gave her Lila's ring.
Again.
In the most anticlimactic proposal.
Yeah. He should have at least waited, like, they should have the ball drop on or something. Something. It didn't feel very New Year's Eve at their house.
No.
I did like that they specified that they let Wiley stay up for New Year's in London. Is that what they said? Australia? Where'd they say?
Again, 12 shots. I have no idea.
Okay. Anyway, they let him stay up and watch the ball drop wherever it had already
That's something
dropped.
that's new that like I did not have when mine were younger. Now you can
Yes, you can watch
get earlier
any of them.
or
Yes.
there's streaming services that offer
early ball drops. Yep. So anyway, that was cute that they let him celebrate in that way. And then their conversation had to turn dark about what if Willow's not here next year. And his answer was,
come on, that's a realistic thought that she's...
Let me give you a ring. Yes, it was a realistic thought, except for I feel like either A, she wouldn't have brought it up then, even if she had that thought in her mind, which was very nice of him to say, we have to pretend for Wiley, but you don't have to pretend for me.
Right.
But there's still times that you don't bring up the stuff that's bringing you down. I like for 1 second will side with Nina when she like got a look on her face and Sunny's like, what's wrong? And she's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. And he's like, no, what's wrong? Well, I'm thinking about all the bad stuff in my life. Like I don't have a big family, blah, 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 blah. Willow wouldn't have brought up, oh, I'm thinking about not being here next year if it was a happy whatever moment. And if it was a sad moment, then she would have brought that up, which response to that is not, here's a ring.
Right. Let me remind you of one more thing that you are going to potentially not be here for.
Yeah. Let's get engaged and never have a wedding because you're going to be dead.
Well, when somebody shared with us a meme that says that Michael's body has more kills than the Hook. And I'm being G-rated with the body.
Yeah.
Insert emoji here. And I thought that was funny because we talk about it all the time. Like everyone they put with Michael dies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sasha and Chase. That was cute. That was nice that they were there for each other. But then that took us to Gladys talking to Miss Wu and giving away her brand new diamonds.
But I loved when Chase was like, okay, this is going to sound wrong, but like, you seem okay.
Yeah.
But I think that he was legit asking, like, are you okay? Because he knows, like, she had turned to drugs before to be okay. And she was like, no, I know that I need to take care of myself to be okay because this is what Brando would want. And he said, well, if you do all this work, can you get out of your guardianship early? And apparently Gladys is not doing very well at the poker tables from his Woo.
Yeah.
This is not going to end well.
This is too high stakes. Like, I know we talk about how I enjoy my time at the casino, but poker with Miss Wu's team.
Back room poker.
Like, you're not going to just get some luck and win it all back. You need to stop right now, Gladys.
What did she say? She said something about that's not my concern, but your debt is.
Yes. Because she said...
What was it that wasn't her concern? I think it was like
about getting her back on her winning streak or getting her back.
Or was it like her personal life or something? And she's like, I'm not too worried about that, but what I'm worried about is your debt.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get it together.
Oh, I think
and is she gambling away all of Sasha's money?
Said her funds... I think she said her funds are limited right now. And Miss Wu said, I'm not worried about that. I don't know. But yeah,
I can't remember. Yeah, I just remember her saying, but your debt is what concerns me.
Right, and that she'll lend her the money one more time. I don't think that Gladys has touched Sasha's money yet.
But that's why she looked at the card?
Yes. Yeah.
Can we just leave Sasha alone for a minute, please?
Right, exactly.
Just a minute.
And that was why Sasha had to say it like that. We're doing really well. Everything's great. So that you can just hear the fact that she's being set up to, oh no, she spent all my money.
Right. But then Britt went to Miss Wu and said that after tonight, okay, I did tear up a little bit at that because she gave Selena some information.
So did she need the passport and the documentation because she didn't want to be able to be traced as Britt? Or did she need that information because she's not allowed to travel internationally after the stuff with Faison?
I hadn't thought about that, but now I'm going to go with both.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Not that it really matters, but I was like, why would you need a new passport and stuff?
I think the definitive would be the Faison stuff.
Okay.
But I think that even if that were not an issue, I feel like she would have, so that Britt was not being traced. Because now she's going to be known as Rita Jenkins, and her birthday is December 12th, 1986.
Well, she's young.
Oh, but I did like that she pretty much was just okaying whatever it was that Austin was asking for.
Yes.
She's going to pay for that.
Yes.
Like out of her own pocket. Whatever that diagnostic machine is.
That's what I thought she was going to say at the table.
That's what I thought she was going to say too.
Whenever she was like, yeah, they're not going to approve it. It's so expensive, blah, 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 blah. And I thought she was going to
like, let me use my dad's money for something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So maybe she's like, because she went to Station 19. Is that where she's going?
Yeah.
Okay. She had gone to Station 19 before.
Right. And came back.
So maybe she's like, depending on how that storyline goes, maybe I can, show up again eventually.
Yeah.
So they
definitely left the door open.
Right. So in a month or so, she can write the check and mail it to them.
Yes.
And then we can just kind of see them uploading pictures to her picture frame that they said that they got her. And we can just little door openings so that she can come back eventually if she wants to.
I did like Cody totally coming clean with her.
Yes.
And
I wish she would have told him though.
I know. Because that was bothering me.
Yes. Because she's like, I really appreciate you telling me this. I really appreciate you coming to me, blah, 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 blah. I feel like, especially since she was leaving now, that she owed it to him to say, no, listen, it doesn't really matter what you would have said.
Right.
I'm leaving because I'm very sick and that's just the end of it. Because he's going to
blame himself.
Yeah.
I think that he knows.
I think he knows something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He has no idea the exact.
Right.
But I think that he definitely knows. And there's a reason why we did the cartel, because I feel like we thought that they were really going to, they had a real opportunity here. And I kind of feel bad because a lot of people don't like Cody, but I feel like they had a great opportunity to kind of revive all that stuff that we had no idea about and to bring it in to now, especially with bringing in Miss Wu, because the cartel was going on not at the same time, but they're definitely both throwback stories.
Yep.
That it could have been all brought together somehow.
Yep.
But now with the whole Leopold phase on, blah, 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 blah. They never actually talked about it.
Mm-mm.
So.
Nope. But again, door open. Maybe that's what the company that Sunny's dealing with will somehow do.
When Monday opened and Cody was looking at the baby in the maternity ward, I was almost buying that could have been his daughter. When the nurse came up and said, that's a beautiful daughter that you had or whatever. And he went, oh, thanks. No, sorry. I just I helped deliver her.
Yeah, I think he has a kid somewhere.
But I thought that was going to be interesting because then maybe that's how that girl wound up there. She came to find Cody.
I don't think that I didn't think
I don't think that's going anywhere other than.
I think that one of the regrets that he has is that he had a baby and he didn't stand by it. Because she said, you have a beautiful daughter. And he said, thanks. And then he was like, oh, wait, that's not my daughter.
Right.
He didn't say, I feel like if you don't have any kids and someone says, oh, that's a beautiful daughter, son, you're like, what? I don't have any kids.
Right.
I've never had that feeling.
Okay, so I wasn't wrong. So I wasn't wrong in my initial, I'm like, wait a second, what?
Yeah.
Because I was like.
No, I think you're 100% spot on that his reaction was incorrect if he doesn't have any kids.
I just thought it was great that, because I said, I'm like, great job almost tricking us that was his daughter.
But I liked that Mac came and was like, why don't you take compliments? I would have taught you better if I had been your dad. That was sweet.
Do you know what I really like about the fact that Cody has lied about this? I'm still not okay with the fact that he lied about it because it's going to ultimately hurt Mac. But he is getting the love and respect from Mac without Mac knowing that he's his son.
Right. Which eventually will make it so that he can come out and tell Mac the truth, because he's going to learn that Mac is trustworthy, not just when he has something to gain.
Right. And Mac doesn't just like him because he is his son.
Right.
He is genuinely the nice guy that he's been hearing about.
Mm-hmm.
This week was really long because there's still like a couple things that we haven't.
See, I feel like we talked it to death because on the way over here, I was like, there's not much to talk about. It's boom, boom, boom. So what'd I miss?
Ava and Trina talking about Rory and Spencer, and Spencer apologizing to Ava.
Yes. And then both saying, we're never going to be friends, but we can both admit we did some wrong.
Yep. Anna and Valentin.
I mean, I was excited to see Andre.
Did not see that coming.
Did not either.
I love how they're bringing in like one day.
And I love that Valentin and him instantly were like, nah, we don't like each other. Why are we here together? And Anna was like, just shut up and let me tell you what's going on.
She said they are all threats to the common good.
Yeah.
I would not consider her a threat to the common good, but I like that she included
herself. Be if she wants to be.
I mean, she included herself in that. So they're going to try to find Victor's secret hideaway, and it's in Paris, but he was always blindfolded, but they went off a main street.
Okay. I'm sure I could find it. They should fly us to Paris. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. What else?
I think that was really it.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, then, yeah, it was exciting to see Andre, but it didn't really take us anywhere yet.
I was not expecting, though, when she said we're here to see an old friend for him to walk through.
Especially because they were out of the country.
Right.
I just wasn't expecting that.
So I guess we'll see. Before we go and do a 411 on him, we are going to see if he even comes back.
That would be so good if we were going to have him and Griffin and Ellie this year.
Oh, join us on Thursday whenever we talk about our hopes for 2023.
Yes, exactly.
In addition to a lot of yours. That was not the end, but I was just... Yeah, I think that really is it. There was a lot to talk about, though, with Britt's goodbye. So, I mean, we knew that this was going to be a longer one just because of that alone.
Reality check.
So, what's your reality check? Other than drinking a Britch?
Yesterday, we took a last-minute trip to Hershey because the weather was beautiful. And it was so nice.
In Pennsylvania or in Pittsburgh in December, 60 degrees is beautiful.
Yeah. There's so many people with pictures of them.
No, I'm just saying, like
at the park
I'm legit
and whatever.
Saying,
yes. And also the fact that last weekend it was like negative 1,000, right? And you couldn't even like walk outside to get your mail.
Amanda did not come over.
Exactly, you couldn't walk outside to get your mail without getting frostbite. So for this week, it to be 55, 60 was like insane. We had extra tickets that we hadn't used this year. They were going to expire. And so we were like, hey, let's go. And then the kids heard us and they were like, hey, we're turning it into a family trip. So we went and it's just beautiful. They have all the lights up.
I've still never been to Hershey.
Oh my gosh. I need to take you there. It's so much fun. Yeah.
I want to go.
Let's go. We'll plan a trip.
All right.
But it was really nice. It was still... So it wasn't crowded, but because only probably 20% of the rides were open, it still felt really crowded. So that was kind of disappointing because I was expecting it to not be as busy, but I think...
It's also a holiday weekend.
I was going to say a holiday weekend because everyone did have tickets that expired this weekend.
Right.
And the fact that no one could go last weekend, like building up to last weekend. It made it for a busier time. So we didn't ride any of the major roller coasters, which didn't really bother the girls. But I thought of you after the fact and the whole kidney stone thing. I was like, oh, I wonder if that would have been the answer to everything. But we rode a couple rides and they just had lights up everywhere and everyone is still in the holiday mood. So it's like, excuse me, thank you, blah, blah, blah. No, let me hold a door for you. Let me this, let me that.
Oh,
and
nice.
I just love all of that. And then we went to the candy part that sells all the candy and the kids picked all kind of stuff. Madeline's like, Dad asked me to bring him back something crunchy. So she picked out 3 different candy bars that we had to buy for her dad to bring back because
something crunchy
from candy. I'm like, okay. But most of the stuff that they sell you can get around here.
Mm-hmm.
But then they had other things that I had never seen before. Like they had Reese's cups that had Reese's Puffs inside them. Like the cereal? Yeah.
Because I've seen the ones that they have Reese's Pieces in them.
Right.
Yes.
Seen the Reese's Pieces. They also have one that has potato chips in them, which I know that chocolate covered potato chips is a thing, but it also has the peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
And it is surprisingly very good.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, this one had the Reese's Puff cereal inside, which I have never seen. And her dad likes Reese's cups. So she bought him some Reese's cups. And they have a couple exclusive candy bars that you supposedly can only buy there that are weird flavors like mint cookie and cream and cotton candy and something else. And so she bought him the one that was strawberry and something, which is either going to be really good or really gross. I'm not sure which.
If it's
but
strawberry and chocolate, that'd be really good.
yeah, I
Kit
don't
Kat's
know.
doing that a lot lately. Like their
Yes.
strawberry dark chocolate Kit Kats are amazing.
I have not tried that, but they
They are
had those too.
very good.
They had mocha
Yes,
and
that's
dark
good.
chocolate, and then
And a
they had
mint
the
and dark
strawberry
chocolate
and
is
dark
good
chocolate.
too.
Yes.
Yep.
And then they had, you could order milkshakes and sundaes that were like along those same categories. We had some of their hot chocolate that was super yummy, and then they give you like 3 pieces of a Hershey bar to drop into it to get it all melty and
Oh.
whatever. So, but anyway, it was just fun. It was different. Like I've never gone to the Kennywood one around
Okay, so we
here.
do that. Yeah.
So I don't know what that one is like, but this one was very nice, and I like Hershey.
That's cool.
It was sweet. Yeah.
That's different. Yeah.
So yeah, that was my big exciting week. The rest of the week I did nothing. So
I did not go anywhere. Worked. Wasn't as busy as it has been because I think people were still kind of, but like next week is already booked up.
mm-hmm.
Tuesday on,
Right.
it's
Well, good.
already
I mean, she'll be making money in the new year.
Let's hope. But we went to a holiday party last night. That was a dip miss party. That's what I was told. I told you guys about that earlier.
Yes. That's so cool. I really like that idea.
Yeah. It was for her birthday. So
Nice.
like it was something different. And I made a brownie batter dip that's just brownie mix, cream cheese, and whipped cream.
Oh,
And it was really good.
nice.
Oh, and you just like sprinkle in chocolate chips, and I just served it with graham crackers. But there were all kinds of different dips. And then I don't know, I guess just kind of hanging out when we can. New Year's is a little bit different this year. So typically, like my son goes to work tonight at 5. So it's like he's not going to be here. So we're
Aw.
going to do real quick dinner at 4 and before he leaves at 4:30. But we're getting our Chinese.
Cute.
And I don't know. I guess I really didn't do anything this week.
Isn't it funny that it's New Year's Eve day and it's still like, meh, I
Yeah.
don't know what's
I
going
don't
on.
like that it's on a weekend
I don't either.
because it feels, I mean, I don't get weekends, so I don't fully know what they really feel like.
Right.
But
No, it just feels completely off. Like we still don't have plans for tonight. Megan went Friday over to her dad's because she had already signed up for a babysitting gig out that way and she wasn't interested in going to Hershey with us. So she's there and still there. And then Madeline literally decided as we were pulling into the driveway that she wanted to go to her dad's because some of her friends, they have like,
yeah,
adult friends that have kid friends the same age
they're
as
coming
Madeline.
over and they want to see the.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
of my friends have either kids that are the same age as my older kids
Yeah.
or way young. So Madeline was like, is it okay if I go to dad's? He invited me and my friends are going to be there. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's where she's going. But
Like it doesn't feel like it.
yeah, I'm still like, there's a couple parties we were invited to. Maybe we'll go to my mom's.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be in bed at 10 o'clock. I have no idea.
Especially where it's rainy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I'm
We've
not
been
in the
invited to a
mood.
couple places too, but I'm just like,
Right, exactly. If someone wants to bring a
I like
party
you, but
to my house, you can, but I don't really
Right.
feel like going anywhere.
no, we'll see what happens. But no, I agree. Well, we started a thing a few years ago. I think it was because I wound up sick on New Year's Eve and I had not seen Lethal Weapon, any of them.
Oh,
And so we
okay.
watched all of them.
Oh, that's
And so
cute.
we started the tradition of watching like either a movie or like a movie series or something that like one of us hadn't seen.
Yeah.
I forget what I've shown JD, but then I know that that's how I saw the first Die Hards.
Oh, that's
Was
cute.
or I saw Die Hards, like all the movies.
Yeah.
But like that was the first time that I saw them was on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then last year we watched The Beatles Get Back because that was the Hulu special and it was 8 hours long. I
Oh
think.
my gosh.
But we just sat here with our Chinese food and just watched it. You know, and
Nice.
it was nice just get to veg for a few hours. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think we both fell asleep before.
That might be me this year.
Yeah. But I don't know. But I know that this Thursday we are releasing the full recap of 2022 as best we can. Try to take notes throughout the year.
Yeah.
Missed some stuff, but also reading some of your fan mail of what you liked and disliked about 2022 and what your hopes are for 2023.
Oh, it sounds crazy to say that.
Yeah.
Everyone kept saying, like, as we were checking out, oh, and Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I was like, stop, I'm not ready for that.
Right. No. I like how the calendar lined up, but at the same time, I don't.
Right?
So.
All right. So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.